Hey folks, and welcome to Tech with D1DLC. I'm Jake, and today we're going to be taking a look at BenQ Zowie's RL2460 console gaming monitor. When you think console gaming, the first thing that springs to mind is a shiny new PS4 or Xbox One sitting next to a giant big screen TV. With HD and UHD TVs becoming more and more affordable, it's easy to understand why. But what about those highly competitive console gamers that want the very best colour reproduction and complete control over picture reproduction? Or those that enjoy the intensity of a live versus tournament of Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat? Sometimes the big screen TV isn't always what you'll be wanting as your chosen battleground platform. Well, BenQ has you covered with the RL2460 range of console gaming targeted monitors. We managed to get our hands on not one, but two of these bad boys for some testing, and we were pleasantly surprised. Let's kick things off with the rundown of the RL2460 specs and what to expect out of the box. Unpacking the RL2460, we get a no-nonsense kit with a sturdy stand base, a box of accessories including an AC power cable, VGA cable and HDMI cable, user manual and driver CD, and of course the RL2460 monitor itself. So let's have a little bit of a look at the specs on the RL2460, and it packs quite a punch for a 24-inch 1080p monitor, hitting all the key features you'll be looking for specifically from a console perspective. We can see that 1 millisecond grey to grey response time, dynamic contrast ratio of 12 million to 1, 1080p resolution on a TN panel and VESA wall mount compatibility make it a pretty good match for what a lot of gamers will be looking for. On top of that list of special features is some real gems with black equalizer, low blue light and the very interesting head-to-head combat setup, but more on that shortly. Let's take a bit of a look through the design of the RL2460 itself. And look, I'll be honest, the aesthetics of the monitor aren't the sleekest or the prettiest. With a significantly sized bezel and matte finish, the monitor looks and feels a little bulky. With that said, it's unlikely you'll be looking to use these monitors in a triple screen setup for hardcore PC gaming anyway. Please note the 60Hz refresh rate. So it's not really an issue here. Now the rest of the design and build quality is impeccable as you would expect from BenQ Zowie. A sturdy and reasonably heavy base means excellent stability, and the stand has all the adjustability you'll be wanting with -5 degrees to 15 degree tilt, a 110mm height adjustment and rotation for portrait setup. The RL2460 also features a precision scale system on the stand, which is really just a fancy way of saying there's alignment notches on the stand itself, making it super simple to replicate your desired setup perfectly every time. A fantastic feature that should be on all standard monitors. The screen itself comes with a nice matte finish to minimise glare and reflections and works pretty well. But let's have a bit of a look at the panel itself. So the RL2460 uses a 24-inch matte TN panel with an LED backlight and features a 1 millisecond grey to grey response time when enabling AMA, which is Advanced Motion Accelerator. With a native resolution of 1080p, which is 1920 by 1080 pixels, it also services 720p due to its 16:9 aspect ratio. The refresh rate is set for 60Hz, which is enough for console gamers, but may prove a little lacking to serious PC gamers that demand more frames. Let's touch on the on-screen display a little now. So on top of common controls such as brightness, contrast, and various color optimization settings, the RL2460 offers some advanced features for gamers including smart scaling, black equalizer, and the previously mentioned AMA. The inclusion of a low blue light setting to reduce eye fatigue is also a welcome inclusion for those that spend inordinate amounts of time in front of the monitor. The on-screen display side buttons are sturdy and well laid out for easy use with nice tactile feedback ensuring navigation is simple and easy. You'll need to be slightly patient to wait for the button click to register on the on-screen display menus. However, this is standard across pretty much every monitor I've ever used. Now a little bit about the performance of the monitor itself. The RL2460 features several picture modes, including standard, movie, photo, sRGB, eco, RTS1, RTS2, fighting, FPS, and there's 3 separate gamer profiles to customize to your liking. The most interesting addition with the picture presets is the inclusion of the fighter preset, which increases the level of blue that's displayed on the screen. This preset seems too significant and affects the other colours on the screen, and under fighting game mode, the grayscale appears with a significant green tint. I personally wouldn't recommend the setting, but to each their own. You'll also have access to dynamic contrast, saturation, sharpness, as well as individual RGB settings to tailor the image to your own preferences. Out of the box, the picture modes with the best balance of colour are easily the standard and the sRGB presets. Most of the other picture modes appear to me to be either too red, too blue, or of a skewed gamma in general. However, with pretty much every aspect of the image available for manipulation, you'll be easily able to get the exact style you prefer. One additional feature to note is the inclusion of dual 2-watt speakers built into the rear of the monitor itself. More often than not, built-in monitor speakers are terrible, and unfortunately the same holds true with the RL2460. If you have absolutely no other alternative, they'll do in a pinch, but this would definitely not be a recommended audio source for any length of time. So now let's have a look at the Hdmi Output, or the head-to-head combat system as BenQ Zowie promote it. One of the more unique features offered by the RL2460 is the addition of this Hdmi output. This is designed to duplicate the image on the source monitor to any other screen you desire with Hdmi input and with zero lag. We tested this out using a second RL2460, and playing Mortal Kombat X to the naked eye, we couldn't detect any latency issues or input lag at all. A perfect mirror image and reproduction of the source screen display. What we also liked about this Hdmi output is its ability to be used with external capture devices, like the Elgato HD. So you can feed the duplicated HDMI signal to your capture device without worrying about causing latency by connecting the device before the primary monitor. So overall, the RL2460 is a robust, versatile and high quality 1080p 24-inch gaming monitor for console gamers that need that edge in competitive gaming. The addition of a HDMI output is fantastic if you really enjoy a head-to-head fighter challenge or capture a lot of console gameplay. PC enthusiasts may balk at the 60Hz refresh rate limitation, but even so, it's a capable monitor with excellent ergonomics and customization. Coming in at around about $299 Australian, it's not the cheapest 1080p monitor. However, it does tend to trade blows easily with much more expensive brands and gives you a number of unique features only available from BenQ Zowie. If you're looking for a specific monitor for console gaming, it really doesn't get much better than the RL2460. And we'd also like to thank Dan from BenQ for providing D1 DLC with the BenQ Zowie RL2460 gaming monitors for the purposes of this review. We really appreciate it. So thanks for watching today, guys. We really appreciate you taking the time to check out our content. As always, we've got plenty of other tech you can check out on the YouTube channel. As always, everything's available at d1dlc.com as well. If you liked what you saw, please hit the like and subscribe, and we'll see you again soon.